Hey man, what's up? What's happening? You already know who it is and what it is. It's your boy Nephew Q here with another episode of Conversations with Q, a show about life, love, entertainment, sports, society, culture, and everything in between. But before we get into today's installment, I need everybody to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and also the podcast on all major podcast streaming platforms. Now, before we get into today's, I gotta introduce my guy. I mean, the people love him. You know, Conversations with Q with D Money in the building. He's on Sports and Discourse very own Derek Bartholomew Stevenson. What's happening with you?
What's up, man?
So if y'all unfamiliar with Derek, if this is your first time tuning in to Conversations with Q, you can check him out on YouTube as well, Sports and Discourse. If you can't watch it on YouTube, make sure you listen to the podcast on all major podcast streaming platforms. Now, let's get into today. We had somebody write into the show, right?
Yeah, I seen that.
And she needs a little advice. You know, she don't know what's going on. So I'm about to read the situation that we have going on here from this young lady. So she says, husband cheated with a prostitute. I found out and he kept lying about it for months. He said he loves me and he just doesn't want to hurt me more than he already did. We are pretty open and are going to clubs together. Never full swing or anything, though. He asked how he should go about it in the future when he wants to do it again. I said, if it's up to me, you won't do it again. You hurt me. He told me for the past 2 years that he loves me, but he is very unhappy with my weight and that we don't have kids. I have not put in the work to lose it. I'm going to have to be honest. It is very hard. I am now. We are actually in the IVF process when I found out he cheated. I called off the IVF as I am not comfortable anymore. He felt fine with that. And despite the fact that he wasn't talking about anything else the past year, he really got cold feet and is unsure if he wants to become a father. He says that he loves me more than anything and I'm his soulmate. I really don't know what to think about with all this going on. D Money, it's a lot to break down.
Yeah.
With this young lady. Her husband cheated with a prostitute. Well, first and foremost, I think you should go get tested. I mean, you don't know if he would. I would like to think he was, strapped up, but you just never know.
Yeah.
But D Money, what's your thoughts on this whole situation, man? What's your advice for her?
Well, this is my thing, right? Because she said they kind of open.
Yeah.
So obviously I don't know her, but what I'm getting from that statement is that she's saying she let him, you know what I'm saying? Like she might let him bring one home or something every now and again, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't understand why he went and bought a prostitute when it seems like he has a woman that's cool. Because it sounds like she's just hurt that he deceived her about it. You know what I mean? It seems like she's cool if he's just honest about how he feels about shit, but for some reason he just be on some like deceptive type of stuff.
Which I don't understand that.
I don't get that because she seems like she's pretty much is open to listen to whatever you got going on. And she like she even said she ain't really been keeping her fitness together. So she seems open and honest.
Right.
So she seems like she's probably a good communicator. So if his needs ain't being met, she sounds like somebody he can just resolve that with pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? Now this is the thing about it is she might, when it comes to like her weight and stuff like that, she might need some motivation and some support from him.
Right. So
he might have to go to the gym with her.
Right.
But for some reason, I just get the idea that like if he was like, yeah, let's just go start hitting the gym together, that she would. I don't know why, but
I got the same. I got the same feeling that you got from it. She says he asked her how should he go about it in the future. If he wants to do it again. She said if it's up to her, you won't do it again. Because it hurt her. But like you said, if she's at least open to at least entertaining the idea of them being swingers, then why would you have to go behind her back to do this?
And she don't really. It's not even really. I feel like it's not even really about him having sex with somebody. It's the fact that he was dishonest about it. And that's why she don't want him to do it again.
Yeah.
Because she feel like she can't trust him. He's lying about it and stuff like that. So I feel like he gave himself an L. Like
he fucked up.
Yeah, when he didn't need to. Like, you don't gotta hide it from your woman. Like, you just gotta be honest with her. Like,
and she's saying, we go to clubs together, so she's willing. She's not saying, hey,
she might pick you out one.
You feel
know what I
me?
mean?
Y'all
Like,
go in the club together. But, hey, what you think about her?
Yeah,
see
what she talking about. Like, so it sounded like he had a super W, man. And now look,
he fumbled it.
Maybe she is getting a little big. I don't know. Maybe he might not be attracted to her like he used to, but she does seem like the type that if he would just tell her that in a way that's like not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not disrespectful,
yeah,
not putting her down or anything like that. Like, hey, babe, you want to go to the gym and start work? Like, that type of thing.
Just be supportive about it and tell her it'll be helpful to y'all's relationship. She probably be with it. So, and maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he might be able to approach her like that in the future and they might be able to work it out. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? But, I just feel like he
fumbled.
Yeah, he's just not handling his relationship the right way.
But that is interesting though, because he cheated in this situation, but did he cheat because he felt like he couldn't tell her he was unhappy to begin with, to have this open dialogue that she can obviously have? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did he not feel comfortable enough to come to her and be like, hey, I'm unhappy, how can we fix this marriage, blah, blah, blah. And he did let's just be 100. What most men do, instead of talking to our woman, we just go cheat and making the shit 10 times worse. When in this situation, she would have been like, nah, baby, we can go to the club and shit together. So it makes me think, like, did he not just communicate with his wife to begin with and said he just cheated? I don't know why he cheated with a prostitute though, but that's neither here nor there. So
I know why he cheated with a prostitute.
Just pay, no attachments, no strings, just pay, get on up out of there. Yeah, that's true too. That's
better because it just is what it is.
I wonder how she found out though.
Shit, ain't
she never displayed, how she found out. Ain't no
telling, man. They married, so you never know. And plus, it depends on what level of prostitution he's involved in. Like, if he's doing high class shit, it could be on a credit card. If he's doing low class shit, there ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying?
But she probably was like, "Baby, why do I have this $400 withdrawal on this?"
Yeah, you never know.
He probably confessed like, "Yeah, yada yada yada, yakety smackety." But yeah, to the unhappy but the weight part in the kids. Yeah, like, motivate your woman. Because like you said, obviously if she's open to swing, then she's probably open to go to the gym too. I mean, and she said that they don't have kids, and he was unhappy about the weight in the kids part. And now that he's gotten cold feet, I don't think necessarily he got cold feet. I think that now he's dipped his toe out there. He's like, man, I could be free to go here, do this. I don't want to be tied down with a newborn baby right now, especially if my wife is considering being open to being a swinger.
And he might also be thinking that she might fall out of love with him because of what he done. Because she probably on his ass now.
Oh yeah,
because you know how it goes. Once you get caught, man, your lifestyle changes
completely.
Until you make that person feel secure again, you gonna go through some shit. Every time you look at your phone, who's that? What's that? Who texting you? Every time you walk out the door, where you going? Like, that's the shit that you put on yourself, and you got to put up with it. And that might last some years, you know what I'm saying?
And then, with her being unhappy about her weight, her own self, and knowing that she's
already going to have some doubts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Some insecurities going on.
And looking at herself like, dang, what did I do? Does he not like how my body looks anymore? Is he not attracted to me anymore? Yada, yada, yada.
And see, here's the thing, man. This may sound fucked up, but I think I'm a generalized men, but I think it applies to a lot of different men. Men like women of all shapes and sizes, but they don't like you to change from what. Like, if I meet you and you're a big joint, then that's how I'm choosing you. I'm good with it.
Of course.
But if I meet you and you're a little joint and then you turn into a big joint, then I'm mad because I'm like, come on, man.
That ain't
like,
where I met you at.
Yeah, and that did sound fucked up coming out, even speaking that out loud. But that's just kind of true, though. You know what I mean? It's just really the truth.
But that's the truth of how men view our partners sometimes. And the fucked up part about it is I know for the women who are watching this or listening, they gonna say the same thing about men. Like, we not worried about your body, you know. When we met you, you was all cock diesel and you was this and that, and now 5 years later you got a belly and this. We have to put up with it. And it's like, yeah, but again, here's the fucked up part about it. Men are just visual creatures. You know, women can, not to say men can't do this, but women are more susceptible to not care about the outside appearance.
Well, and I think some of that is because women are just the pretty ones, and dudes are not.
Yeah.
So they accept their dude being a little uglier or a little out of shape. You know what I mean? Because they not supposed to be the pretty one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not supposed to look better than my woman.
You shouldn't be trying to look better. No dude should be trying to look better than his woman, first and foremost. But yeah, I'm right there with you, because I'll tell you right now, like, baby, I come with a dead body off top. Like, it is what, if you don't like the dead body, I ain't got nothing for you, baby. I ain't got nothing for you. What about the father part? What's your thoughts on him all of a sudden having cold feet and not wanting to be a father anymore, when before she felt like that was the part of the problem?
I think that might just be, he might be a little insecure about the relationship now. And because they kind of in a weird space.
Yeah. He
just might not feel comfortable now because he ain't as secure with the whole situation now as he probably was before he got caught. Because like I said, and, you know, obviously I don't know how she's treating him, but to just, you know, assume she probably like done tighten up the leash on him.
Oh, without a doubt.
He probably ain't as comfortable even in his own home no more. So he might not feel like it's something he want to do, because he might not even feel like, you know what I mean? Like, when he comes into his house, it's probably always tension and different stuff like that. So he just might not feel like it's a good time, because he might not even really know what the future of the relationship is going to be. But unfortunately, that's all his fault, though.
I was gonna say he brought it on himself. But another part that I want to talk about real quick is about them being open and they go in the club. She said never full swing or anything, though. I wonder what she means by never. Like, does she allow him to do his thing as long as she knows?
I think what she means is she doesn't do anything with dudes.
So they can go get a woman, but there's no, you get a woman and I'm going to get a dude.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think. She might even, I don't know if she does bisexual shit or not, but she might even play with the woman a little bit for him or whatever the case may be. But she probably means like she doesn't entertain other dudes. You know what I'm saying? So basically it's all for him. Yeah. Well, I don't know her. She might enjoy it too, but I'm saying like it sounds like it might be all for him.
It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
It seems like she's trying to,
it seems like she's willing to do whatever to make him happy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It seems like she's trying to do whatever she can to save her marriage and to make him happy. So if she feels like being in an open marriage, so to speak, is going to make her husband stay and be happy, then she seems like she's cool with that part. She just don't want him to cheat, so to speak, and let alone cheat with a prostitute.
Because she just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she's basically telling him, I'll let you have women, but you can't even do that without doing it behind my back, then how can she trust him with anything else? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can she trust him to lead the household? How can she trust him to really be a father? Like, because that's the easy part. You can see other chicks. You just gotta let me know what's going on.
Yeah, because she said, you know, he asked me how should he go about it in the future when he wants to do it again. And I'm like, bro, why would you want to do it? Why would you want to cheat again when you have a wife that is willing to go to these spots with you? Why would you have the notion to want to cheat on her when whenever you feel like you want something different, go to the spot with your lady and get something different with her? He's fucking up. Whoever this dude is, man, you fucking up. So D Money, what's your final takeaway from this whole ordeal, and what advice would you have for this young lady?
Well, I think this is a prime example of why, like I say, and I know it's cliche to say communication is key, but it really is though, because I feel like the only reason they having issues in their marriage is because he stopped communicating fully. Right. It seemed like whatever situation they had an understanding and it was working for them and they were happy. And then he did something without her knowing, and now it's weird between them. So I think, anybody listening can just learn, like, even if you think something might be like taboo or whatever the case may be, it's still better to just talk and express yourself to your partner, so your partner knows what's going on, or they know how you really feel. And you never know what somebody may be willing to do, or
In this
what
case,
they might allow to try to make somebody else happy, or whatever the case. So shit, before you go and start deceiving people and, betraying them, just ask.
just ask. Like,
Yeah,
hey.
man, you never know.
That's a. I mean, obviously, I'm not married. You are, but
I talked to my wife a little bit about threesome. She ain't with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Look, my wife is from the 70s. You dig? So they wasn't on that type of time.
Okay.
If she would been a little bit younger, she probably been cool with that. But she really ain't on that. But yeah, we had a conversation about it, and you know what I'm saying. It just ain't gonna be for us, dog. But
Not you per se. How would a married person go into a conversation like this? Because this conversation is going to go different for a man and a woman. A woman can approach her man and be like, hey, baby, we haven't been unhappy in our sex life in a while, yada, yada, yada. What do you think about opening up our sex to maybe going to swingers clubs? And a guy would be receptive of that information, and he would consider it, depending on whatever the parameters are. He would be like, okay, let's check it out. But if a man, I don't see a man being able to openly come to a woman and say, hey, baby, our sex has been, lackluster. What do you think about opening it up to? She'd be like, what the fuck you mean open it up?
Like,
it ain't good enough for you no more.
See, like when I brought it to my woman, it wasn't because we was having issues. I just wanted to see if she was with some shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it wasn't like I was perfectly happy. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't have nothing to do with that. I just wanted to see, like, what the freak level was. Like, are you here? Are you here? Or are you all the way up here? You know what I'm saying?
What am I allowed to do? What am I not allowed to do?
You know what I mean? That's it. But
how do you have that conversation as a man coming to a woman? Like you said, even if the sex is still up to par, but you just want to spice it up a little bit. How does a man approach his woman? I guess it's different for every relationship.
See, I can't, man, we had this conversation some years ago, so I can't even remember exactly how it went. But at first she was like, see, like my wife, I'm gonna get all the way real transparent real quick.
Okay.
Like, my wife don't even care if I watch porn every now and again.
Okay.
But the thing is, she don't want me to watch porn of somebody that I know or somebody that I could reach out and touch.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when we first talked about, like, maybe, like, doing a threesome or whatever, she was kind of like, well, shit, we be in Miami a lot. Grab something in Miami, but not nothing here. Because she's thinking, like, I don't want nothing
coming back to me.
Yeah, or I don't want nobody trying to get in the middle of our shit. You know what I'm
they
saying?
want some Will and Jada shit over there.
But then eventually she was just like, nah, I really ain't off at. And I was just like, all right, cool. I ain't tripping. It is what it is.
But that's real interesting. How would you approach your significant other to either have a threesome or an open relationship? Comment down below how would you start that conversation. But my takeaway from this whole situation is, man, she says, I really don't know what to think with all of this going on. Well, first and foremost, baby girl, you're a trooper for wanting to even go to the clubs and indulge in this type of activity to make your man happy. But I would say, man, don't put yourself out there too much for him, for his happiness. Only do this type of shit if this is something that you really want to kind of do yourself, or if you're curious about yourself. Because if you're doing this to make him happy and you feel like your weight is an issue, when y'all doing whatever y'all doing and he's paying more attention to her than he is his wife, then that's going to present its own set of insecurities within itself. Because then she's going to be like, well, he's with somebody else, but he barely so then you gotta deal with that shit too now. So only do this if you're secure enough to handle what can possibly come from it, and it's something that you kind of are interested in doing yourself. If it's not something you're interested in doing yourself and you can't get past the cheating, I know you don't specify how long y'all been together. You said that, for the past 2 years, he says he loves you, but I don't know if y'all been together for 2 years or if he's just only been saying it for the past 2 years. But If he's cheated, you can't get past that. You tried the open thing, try the swingers thing, and it really is not your thing, then, maybe it's time to look at other alternatives and, maybe it's time to be single. Or maybe tell your husband, hey, look, I got to get my lick back. I get a hall pass. I had to sit in here while you went to go cheat. Well, you got to sit in here and then I get to go cheat. Or, okay, we can do the open thing, but we get to have two dudes sometimes too.
Let's say, most guys just can't handle
That's what I'm saying. So let's see how much you really wanted. Okay, I'll give you what you want, baby. We can go to the clubs. We can be open. We can get two women. Me and another woman. Okay, but once a month we gotta have two dudes.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, let's see how you feel about that.
I'm cool.
I'm like you, D-Money. Nah,
good.
I'm cool, bro. I'm cool, man. I can't do the reverse threesome. It ain't for me. I ain't trying to see no other dude stuff, and I ain't trying to, when we all close and somebody accidentally touch me, and it's like, nah, bro, I can't do it. I can't do it, because if we in there doing it and he accidentally touched me, I'm shutting all this shit down. I'm fighting everybody in there. But yeah, comment down below what y'all think she should do in this situation, this scenario. If you have anything that you want me and D-Money to discuss, make sure you email me at conversationswithq22@gmail.com. If you want to be anonymous, you can make it anonymous so we don't know who you are. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson, where he keeps you up to date with everything going on with the Kentucky Wildcats. As they beat Tennessee this past weekend on some old lucky stuff. But anyways, we ain't going to talk about that. We ain't going to get into all that. But make sure y'all subscribe to his podcast on all major podcast streaming platforms. Make sure you do the same thing for Conversations with Q. We getting ready to get on up out of here. And as always, treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama, y'all. We up at this thing. Peace.